yo, it's fucking snowing still. Like, what the fuck? Like,
yo, it was hailing when I went outside to
like,
move
real
the car
talk,
for my
okay?
mom.
Look at this snow. Like, look at this snow. I know you can't look at this snow, but look at this fucking snow. Like, wow.
I just felt it.
Wow.
I went outside and got
like,
pelted in
feel
the
this
face.
snow. Wow. Feel this snow.
He's the Commandant of the Atlantic Seas, Captain of the East Coast, your premier puffer right now, Hungry Body. Oh, he whistled it!
Wow!
Whistled it into
of
an
it.
up smash kick. Unbelievable. That is something you don't see every day.
Damn, in the back of the head. That is rude.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is the upset. This is what we wanted to see today.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Directional Influence, episode 17, brought to you by VVV Gaming. I am Rapture. Nice to have you guys with us, and along with me is my main man, Will. How you doing, bro?
Yo, what's up? How you doing, guys?
Good. He's doing good. I'm doing good. We're all doing good. And at this point, Cheese, if you're listening, you can now go to sleep. Apparently, that is what he listens to when he's in the car sleeping. But anyway, I hope that's not the case for the rest of you guys. We've got a good show for you guys today. We're going to be talking about some tournaments first off. Will and I were at the first of the Long Island bi-weeklies, the Return to Long Island Smash, and the other half of the name of it because it's very long. And then after that, we're going to be talking about the, I guess, the do's and don'ts of having a venue for your tournament, because I guess we have some, that'll sort of segue into, or from rather, our first discussion, because we had a definitely interesting situation, didn't we, Will, with our tournament this past weekend?
Oh man, pretty much we.
Oh, don't spoil it! Don't spoil it! Don't spoil
okay.
it.
Well,
Yeah.
it was terrible at first. Let's put it that way.
I would just say that, not everything's as always as it seems, guys. But what always is as it seems is that we got a great episode for you guys today. So keep with us. Directional Influence episode 17 coming right at you. Bam. So guys, this past weekend I finally went to a tournament. I think it was like my fifth one or something. And I've been making an effort. I'm gonna be having up like 3 tournaments in February, which is awesome. So if you guys are gonna be in like Connecticut or Massachusetts or New York, hit me up because I'm sort of important and stuff. But no, I'm not. Anyway, so we hit up the first of the apparent Long Island bi-weeklies, which were hosted by Coontails. He's a Pokemon trainer main from Long Island, and we had quite an interesting tournament this past Saturday over in Valley Stream, Long Island, New York. And, Will, you were there first. What exactly happened? Because I want to talk about that first before we get into actually the tournament. But, I guess you weren't expecting this to happen, were you?
No, I mean, well, luckily we were on a really early schedule, but I decided to pick somebody else up last minute, so we got there right around 11:30 a.m., which is when the venue was supposed to open. And I was looking around for a parking lot. I was like, crap, what do I do? And I found out I could park right behind the venue. And then I come around the front with like carrying like all my TV and stuff and my Wii, and I see like 15, 20 people like waiting outside the venue. I'm like, what's going on? It's 11:30 a.m. Why isn't the venue owner here? And we found out that after moving into the McDonald's and we all kind of chilled there and like you had breakfast or whatever, we ended up waiting there for about 2 hours.
Yeah, it was bad. I mean, I got there at like 12, and I was like, all right, probably everyone's there. I can do some friendlies, whatever, because the registration was supposed to end at 1. Like, that was the plan, so at least there'd be time for that. I show up, my dad drops me off in front of there, and my dad's really, like, stingy about things, and he gets sketched out very quickly by things. So when I go to a tournament, he's always wondering what's going on. So obviously, I'm trying to explain to him why the place isn't open. So I pull up and I'm like, yo, the door's not open. Obviously, Dad, there's a back door. I should go check it out while you leave so that way you're not sitting there in the middle of the street watching me. And then I'm trying to get a hold of you, who you're not answering your phone very quickly, and I'm trying to convince my dad that you guys are inside. It's obviously, there's like a basement to it, and you can't see from the locked outside of, the venue. Though apparently this is not the case. I ended up going to McDonald's. We all chilled there. John Numbers had black and white, which was pretty sick, Pokemon. But yeah, it didn't start till like 1, though the tournament went pretty fast because even though we had 32 registered people, only maybe less than 20 people actually showed up.
Yeah,
so,
it was 20 entrants into singles.
Yeah.
At the end. But I mean, it was good that we even had that because I thought that this was going to be a chance for, our bi-weeklies to flourish and everything, and we had 32 people pre-registered, and then all of a sudden, like, the venue turned to shit, and, like, it wasn't opening, and I was like, shit, people are going to leave, but right as we were all about to, like, literally go to a different venue, like, we were going to go to Game Table in Mineola, like, the guy decides to show up, and we're like, oh my god, we get in there, and it's, like, freezing and everything, but the tournament ended up being a success, I would say, because it was a lot of fun. Like, yeah. It was a lot of fun. It was a very casual, very casual feel. It was only about 20 entrants. There were, how many teams? There were 8 teams, which is not too bad for doubles for that amount. So pretty much everybody entered doubles. Me and Rapture, we actually teamed.
Yes. Okay, the story behind that. Ever. Yeah, the story behind that. All right, guys, like, obviously everyone knows I'm ass at this game, right? And I had decided that I'm going to pick a high-tier character because I figure, well, if I do that, at least I'll have a better chance of being good, which is not the case. So I've been trying to play Snake, and I hadn't gotten to a tournament, but, before this, playing Snake, so this would be my first time playing Snake. And I'm setting up, ready to do friendlies or whatever, ready to do doubles, and I'm warming up against Anti, of all people. And, he rapes my snake. But Will can already tell that it doesn't matter who plays me, my snake's going to get raped anyway. So he says, well, why don't you go with a character you actually know how to use? So I pull out Kirby. And, of course, Anti-rapes my Kirby, but I can actually use him. And, I mean, we didn't do amazing, but we beat somebody. And I think we had a little chemistry going against Cheese and Minty when we played
Yeah, we
them.
Definitely could have taken them. Like,
we did.
I believe the first round was, like, pretty close. Like, we could have won. In Game 2,
Game 2 was so hype. Oh, my God.
Game 2 is awesome, and hopefully it was recorded. But
I've been looking for it. Vinny hasn't put it up, but essentially Game 2 was like it was so crazy. And honestly, I'm going to tell you this, right? People came in after getting high, okay? And if you ever have you ever seen Emblaze? For those of you who know him, when he's high, like, it looks like he's like in a laughing coma. Right? His eyes are closed, and he's just staring at whatever he's looking at and just laughing. And him and other people who, did it, had brought in the aroma of fresh grass, as you would say. and the place literally reeked of it, which I guess no one had a problem with, but I felt like I was getting, like, secondhand high, okay?
Yeah, so, I felt pretty lethargic at one point. I was wondering why.
So I'm in the middle of playing this match, and, like, when I'm doing good and I'm wondering why, I start, like, flipping out. I hit Minty with, like, my down B, and I was getting to a point when I was doing, like, Dragon Ball Z Naruto shit, like, and I was calling out my moves before I did them. Like, that's how, like, I felt, like, really, like, in that zone sort of thing. And I called out, like, oh, down B, I'm going to do it. And I yelled out down B. Or Stone, whatever I yelled out. And I hit Minty with it, and I killed him during Game 2, and I was like, what? And I just flipped out. Everyone looked at me, and I didn't give a shit. But it was pretty hype. We ended up losing, though. I feel like if we teamed again, we could do better. But it was pretty hype. I mean, overall, I would say the tournament was a success. There were some really good doubles matches. Singles went well. DeBuzz won with that Wi-Fi LMR. I didn't get last. So that's good. I didn't get last. I mean, yeah, I would definitely say it's a success, despite the fact that it opened maybe 2.5 hours after the fact. Oh, and real fun, by the way. If you can see the venue from where you're staying, waiting for it to open, and you see somebody heading towards the venue. It's very fun to fuck with them. We're sitting in McDonald's.
Oh my God.
We're sitting in McDonald's, and we're all and how it's situated is there's like glass all across, the the part of the building that's against the sidewalk. So if you're sitting at those tables up, you can see out into the street, whatever. And across the street, we see men on a mission, just power walking almost at this point.
Rounding the corner, we initially picked up on him. He's just like, he's storming his way. He's got his headphones on.
Yes. Yeah, he was whatever he was listening to, I got him in the zone. And Cheese is just moving. Like he's going a solid 7 miles per hour, okay? And like I clocked him at that, okay? So he's moving. And we obviously can't yell out to him that the venue's closed. So I decide, well, let me call him. But I'm not going to call him to tell him where the venue is. No. I'm going to call him to tell him that, yeah, we're inside. And for about 5 minutes, I tell him and convince him, barely, that you have to go to the back entrance, which is another solid half a block walk around into the non-existent back entrance. Though I felt bad, and then I told him that that was not the case. He came in, and then we had to deal with him talking about ice climbers and shit, and how he beat Vinny or Chibo or something. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. But anyway, that's a fun way to fuck with people. Yeah. What else happened? I'm trying to think. Like, it seemed like a very eventful time.
It definitely was.
But it was
probably had a lot to do with
the fact that
all the people that were pretty messed up. But one of the funniest sets, I think, was Emblaze versus Cheese. Do you remember that?
Oh my god. Alright, if you saw this, Cheese, like, if you ever see Cheese play, and I'm sure a lot of you who listen to the show have, Cheese always has a serious face on, his game face on. But Emblaze, as I said before, was in some sort of laughing coma. He was literally, like, he couldn't play. Like, he really couldn't. And he was trying so hard, and you could just see every time he got hit or grabbed or something, he would just laugh and laugh and laugh.
And I think his eyes started closing more and more.
I think at one point his eyes were completely closed, and he was just hitting in inputs and shit, and he didn't know what's going on. And when he lost, this is the best part, when he lost, Cheese got up. Maybe 5 minutes later, Emblaze is still staring at the TV, at the character selection screen, laughing at it, as if the match is still going. Like, props to you for, like, really, like, selling that shit.
I'm pretty sure he infinite dimensional caped off to the left, off the stage to his side.
Oh my god.
For the loss.
Yeah, he did.
And Cheese is like, it's like, oh, I'll take it.
Oh my god. He literally, like, I'd never seen anybody do that.
I'm pretty sure he was like, freest tournament set ever. I was like, come on, Cheese, you could have like went a random character.
Like, Cheese could have gone Nana, like, and win. Holy crap, Nana's like, all right. If you guys saw his Nana, like, real talk, that thing was like not helping him at all. And it reminded me of when I was playing friendlies with my friend today, and we're playing. This is, by the way, one of the best ways to play Brawl, and you're gonna hate me for it, but like free for all with all items and shit is mad fun. And we playing on Distant Planet, and we had a Ganondorf computer playing, and the Ganondorf decides to run off the slope and jump into the frog thing's mouth and just get eaten for no apparent reason. That's how Nana was working. Essentially standing in the middle of the stage when Cheese is getting hit, and then just jumping off and dying for no reason. And Emblaze wouldn't have even noticed because he's like down being off the stage, and like his best approach was running at you and then standing there and hoping you don't see him when you're fighting him. Oh, and then we picked up Minty Flesh, and I almost don't want to say that.
Oh yeah, that was really funny. We should totally. That's way too good, but like, he'd be so mad. If you guys,
if you guys want to know about it, you can ask him yourself, and he can tell you. But essentially, Minty was taking the SATs for however long time, and we picked him up before the venue was open because it still wasn't open yet. We were actually contemplating going to game table at that point. We still pick him up, and just ask him about his essay. Like, I would love to say it, but we kept our word. But it's funny if you listen to it. It was really bad.
Oh man.
Should we just say it?
I guess we could.
No, I don't feel like saying it. If you guys want to talk about it, Yeah, we can talk about it some other time. But anyway, that was the bi-weekly.
Yes, the Long Island tournament was a huge success-ish, and hopefully next time we'll get more people. I'm sure we will, because we're going to start spreading the word and stuff, so that's cool. Long Island finally has their own tournament, yay.
Word. Definitely good.
It actually conflicted with, there was another tournament that same day, which we already knew about, but shucks, because it was in New Jersey, and we didn't feel like going that far. So.
Well, Cheese wanted to. Apparently, Cheese thought that we were going to finish the tournament so early because there's not enough people there that we'd all be able to drive down to Ranbats, make it for singles, and have a nice time.
Because that was plausible.
This was very plausible, apparently. It was not. They had actually less people than we did, which was a surprise.
Yeah, they had 11 entrants for singles as compared to our 20. I like how in the actual results thread it says, singles 11 entrants, turnout sucked.
ADHD won a whopping $60, which is probably would have cost us to go down there and see him win $60.
Yeah, probably. but it's okay because normally that would have been combined, that number, but this is new, so definitely. I'm sure that next time we won't conflict on the two tournament dates. And Ranbats actually was part of the tournament series that includes, I think it was Ranbats Qatar, Ranbats 2, Pound 5.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is. So
that's part of the entire series. Yeah,
it's part of that ranking series.
Yeah. But I mean, I want to actually talk about this whole entire TOing thing because with all of this good stuff, obviously problems on the rise. One being the fact that these two tournaments do run because they're bi-weeklies on the same weekend. And I don't know, I guess that wasn't as much of a problem of the fact that the venue at the bi-weekly in Long Island didn't open at the right time, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that was probably the most irresponsible venue owner I've ever come around to, because according to what we heard, that the one of the businesses across the street, the store owner said that particular venue owner for the place we were at is always late. Mm-hmm. So that should have been something that we should have known or been notified about. But hopefully it doesn't happen again. But just in general, things that you should be aware of if you're going to host a tournament. And even this goes to new TOs as well. Because I know this was Coontail's first time around, and we were all there, and we have experience, me and Vinny, we were able to kind of help him out with stuff. One thing we did forget, or I didn't remind him to bring, was remember to bring surge protectors if the venue doesn't have their own, because I only ended up having one in my car. I used to have two, but I don't know. In general, that's something that you have to make sure that you have. And other than that, we were good on TVs, I think, but always try to get the word out, get enough TVs and setups. I'm pretty sure we were good for the amount of people that showed up.
Yeah.
But other than that, just try to get everything as straight as you can with the venue owner. Make sure he's definitely going to be there, and that there's a time where you can actually tell people to show up. Maybe even get there earlier than, or maybe try to get the venue owner to come in earlier than he normally would, so you can get set up before everybody starts coming in, because that makes it a lot easier on everyone, I think.
Definitely. And definitely try to work with the venue owner, not against or indifferent towards. Always try and keep constant communication, because if you don't know what's going on with them, they don't know what's going on with you, and it's a terrible mess. Always make sure, because remember, most venues are they're businesses, obviously, so they got their own things that they're going on too, and well, not all of them are businesses, but you know what I mean. And you want to make sure that definitely that there's things going on that they're in control, essentially, because it felt like things weren't in control, and definitely don't leave people hanging. That's the worst thing you can do. Don't leave them hanging, because I understand it's not your fault in many ways, and that obviously you will. But I don't know why I said that. And, damn it, Will. Why would you leave us in McDonald's with you?
Well, I mean, even in this case, we waited pretty much as long as possible, and it's actually a good thing we did wait as long as we did.
Yeah.
But, like, at all times, I was kind of, like, keeping crowd control. Like, people kept asking me, like, yo, what's going on, man? I was texting Coontail back and forth to figure out what was going on, and we had a plan of action. Like, we weren't gonna not do anything that day. Like, we weren't gonna let people be disappointed. Like, if anything, we were gonna go to another venue, and, like, Coontail had set that up and everything. But fortunately, we were able to go into the venue that was across the street from the McDonald's that we were camping out at and have a good time.
I guess almost it just feels like, to me, just don't let it get that far, you know? But always have a backup plan. That's definitely it. Make it a good day for everybody that's involved, because people take their time to come out here. I mean, for me, going down to Long Island, I'm down there with my dad, so I'm out, not being with him. And, I definitely take out time to go, and other people obviously do. People have jobs, I think, in the Smash community. And, but, I mean, overall, it wasn't bad, because I ended up getting done. We're all happy with whatever, and I hope that it definitely does better. And if any of you guys want to run your own stuff, hit up Will. I'm sure he'd love to help you.
Yeah, I'm pretty experienced as a TO. I've hung out and helped out with, like, Alex Strife, Inui, Chibo. Like, I've been to all their tournaments. I've hosted my own events. So if you guys needed any advice with anything, then I don't know. Like, I'm around. I'm on AIM, I'm on Facebook pretty much all the time, so just hit me up. I can give you some advice.
Hit that bitch up. So, how are the ladies doing, man? How you doing? Like, I feel like you just gave up because you started playing your DS and shit.
I did, because Golden Sun is too good and it takes up my time. But, like, speaking of that girl, I got out of the library early tonight, and I was like, hey, maybe I'll just, like, walk by and walk into this Blockbuster and see if she's working, and she was. So, I was literally, like, about to leave.
Wait, which one is this? Is the one that was from, like, a while back? Like, I was, like, when you guys went bowling and shit?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you weren't talking to her anymore.
I don't talk to her, but I decided to walk into the store and say hi because, like, I was there, and whatever. And she's still cute as hell, so that was nice.
So why wouldn't you
say hi? Because that's all I could do. I go in and say hi. We don't have anything in common.
Tap that.
We don't have anything in common.
How? She's a sexy beast. You're a sexy beast. Just get it done. And
we have nothing to talk about. It's weird. I don't know. I need something in common with a girl to be able to, like, talk to her like that.
Make her play Brawl.
No. She wouldn't do that.
Like, I feel like there's so many ways you're just pussying out right now.
Maybe, but I guarantee you that she's not into games like that.
No, don't even, like, I told you not to bring that up. Like, real talk, okay? Here's my advice for you, because I give you advice all the time. Everybody listen, right? Man up, and if you want to be with somebody, you gotta lie to yourself. And, like, really, you have to. Lie to yourself for a little bit, okay? Tell yourself that there's something in common, because eventually maybe you'll have something in common, like lying to yourselves. People lie to themselves all the time. It's great. I gotta sneeze.
Bless you.
Oh, there's spittle all over my screen.
Yeah, it's gross.
What do? Do I just leave it, or what do I do?
Probably get a tissue or something.
Alright, what if I don't have any tissues? What do I do about this liquid on my screen?
Lick it up.
I'm not gonna lick my screen.
Put it back where it came from.
I'm not gonna put my spit back. No, shut up.
No, I'm a little hyped about this this thing we're gonna commentate for, actually.
Oh, yeah, we can talk about that. So everybody, in passing, we're bringing this up. We are doing a commentary series in which we will be doing commentary for Smash videos, which will be provided by a good man named
Izaw. Yeah. He's actually the creator of, I'm not sure if you guys have seen it, but quite a few amazing combo videos, including Mr. R's famous one from pretty recently. Do we remember what that's called? I have it favorited on YouTube.
Shit, man.
I'm about to look it up.
I'm
It's like right now.
connecting dots with these spittle marks on my screen.
That's gross.
It's gross. But anyway,
Did you see that combo video? Messiah.
Yes.
Messiah Amarth combo video starring Mr. R.
and we're working with him to do commentary. We'll be linking you guys when those come out, and you can listen to us do some legit commentary on matches for Brawl, Melee, or maybe not Melee, but probably Brawl, definitely Brawl, and Project M. So that's legit. Listen in, because we are good at talking while people play a video game.
Yeah, it's gonna be really awesome because, like, you know, me and Rapture, we like hate each other, love each other, whatever. So we have some sort of chemistry going on. So we're gonna be doing that, pretty much like just messing around, goofing off while commentating on like matches of players from Europe. Like, I haven't even really got to see much of Europe play, so it's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, definitely. So if you guys are American, tune in. You can only be American now. Fucking French people, fuck you. No offense. Like, I like French people.
I'm pretty sure Izaw's goal in all of this was to, you know, he wants to publicize the Smash community more and make it seem more professional. Like, so at the same time that we're going to be goofing off, like, we are going to be giving, like, legit comments on the matches and,
Yeah.
you know, we'll just be, like, sarcastic while we do it. But it's just going to be, like, a way to get people more interested. Because he has, like, a ridiculous amount of subscribers to his
definitely.
YouTube channel.
Huge. Well, definitely a good amount, so.
Oh, and by the way, he said he's going to advertise us on his channel.
Oh, so
because
guys,
we're collaborating.
go watch those videos and you can come back and listen to the show again. That's definitely cool. Hey, I just thought of something. Did I ever tell you about my cat?
No.
Okay, so I think my cat is, like, retarded. And the reason why I think my cat is retarded is because whenever I give him water, like I usually do for most animals, because they need to survive, he likes to dip his nuts into it and then try and hit you in the face with his sack. Like his wet sack. Right?
Okay.
And the weird thing about it, and that is not the weird part about it, that's actually the very normal part about it, because he in himself is very weird, so that's normal for him. But he doesn't actually have any, like, testicles there, okay? When we neutered him or whatever, the sack grew back, empty. Like, it came back, and he uses it as a weapon now, like revenge maybe, I don't know. But, like, this morning... Like, he tried, no, like, really, like, he does this. It's not like I'm making this up or he did this once. Like, he does this on a regular basis. Like, I'm sitting there giving him shit, and I gave him water first before I gave him food, which is a bad idea, because I could have distracted him with the food, but I didn't do it. And he just immediately did, like, a teabag into the water, and then, like, a pivot, like, launch into my face, and I dodged it. But, like, I don't know if it's a turn on for him, or if he's, like, legit going after me. Like, I don't understand why they have to be wet. You know?
I don't know how to comment on this.
Like, I just wanted to tell people, like, I tell people this because I want them to understand where I'm coming from when I tell them that I'm being attacked by a wet pair of cat nuts. You know? Like, do you have this problem at your house? No?
No, I don't have any pets. So.
Okay. Well, for those of you who have pets, like, teach them not to do this. Because, like, it's weird, okay? Like, he's sitting at the end of my bed right now just, like, watching me. Like, I think he knows that I'm talking about him. Like, I think he's literally, like, I think he knows. You ever feel that? Like, if you know something's just, like, you just know, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That you just know that they know that about what you know? Like, I feel like they know.
Exactly.
Alright, everybody, that brings us to the end of whatever we just did. Props to VVV Gaming for hosting it. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook and shit. Join us next week for a great episode. We're going to have special guests and productive conversations. I'm Rapture, and he's Will, and we're signing out. Join us next week for Directional Influence, but for this week, we're signing out. Thanks for listening. Bye, and have a nice day.